Well then, welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. I'm working on some Botania stuff today, trying to get things sorted out over here. Just rearrange this slightly to have the altar being fed by these mana spreaders up here. These mana spreaders are very full right now, and they've got a mana pools that are full up here as well. So there's no reason why I need it going into another full mana pool down here. So, we're going to be working through a few bits and pieces to make our way into the Elven Portal. I've got a lot of these runes to craft, that's the first thing. I need to make a terrestrial agglomeration plate, which requires one of each rune of earth, air, fire, and mana, and plenty of mana steel. So, it's a good job I've got all this mana, and plenty of lapis and all that kind of stuff. Shouldn't be too hard to craft all these things to make it all work, but it will take me a bit of time. And then I can start making the Elven Gateway cores, because I'll have a terrasteel ingot. And then we can basically build this portal to the Elfheim. We need these as well. Mana steel, mana pylons. So I've got lots of crafting to do before we can assemble it. It does show you exactly how to assemble it here. And I have made them before. They're simple enough to make, but they do require a lot of crafting time to make them work. So that is what we're going to be doing this episode. I'm going to craft it up, and I think I'm going to put it somewhere maybe around here. I may have it so that these spreaders fire at a couple of these and move this around a little bit, so the portal feeds off these and they feed that directly from the portal. I don't know exactly yet. I'm going to get some crafting done. So I've set this up and I've started gathering up things like fishing rods and stuff, so I can make a load of the runes all in one foul swoop. So I'm not messing around today. I'm not messing around with it. We're going to get 1, 2, 3 of them on there, and then start that, make some water. I'm going to just make batches of the stuff. I'm going to make batches of things that I need, and then I don't have to make them ever again. I'll have one of everything, or like 10 of everything or something of the runes, so I can make stuff quickly on camera in the future. So that's my next plan, do some crafting, and I'll be back when I'm all set up and ready to do the final quests in the Botania section of the quest book. Alright, well I think I'm just about ready for the next stage. I've just spent a little time just crafting up using the altar to make myself a set of water, earth, air, and fire shards, and, well, runes, and I believe I need one of each to make the thing that I need to make terrasteel. Yes, this used to be that you just dropped it on a beacon. Back in the day when I used to play it a bit more, used to be just drop it on a beacon, but now you've got to drop it on this terrestrial agglomeration plate. I think that's what it's called, terrestrial agglomeration plate, to make it. So we needed 3 lapis blocks, a block of mana steel, and then those in a crafting grid, I guess. Yeah, okay, crafting. Okay, and that should make the plate. So let's do it in a normal crafting bench, just for the sake of. And we got one. Actually, we need the mana steel first. I've made loads of mana steel because of all the mana I've got floating around all over the place. So that should be there like that. And the mana one was at the bottom there. Does it need to be anything? Is it shapeless crafting? No. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, fine. I'll do it in here then. What we got? Water, earth, fire, air. Okay. Water, earth, fire, air. Okay. Now I've got it right. Yes? Now I've got it right. I could have used the crafting table that holds it for me, but there we go. Alright, and then next up, there's a setup for it, which goes as something like this. So living rock on the sides, that there. What's the middle then? Living rock as well, I'm guessing? Okay, well let's put that up here, see what we can make of it. I'm pretty sure I can direct mana to it if I need to. Let's do this here. I don't know if this works, because I've never done it before, so bear with me. Again, every day, all day, every day, bear with me. Learning on the job. That's how we do it. Okay, so that is how it shows in the picture. Yeah? There's living rock under the plate. Aha, there we go. Okay, so then what? We've done the plate, we've done that. Now, after the place is set and ready to receive mana, tossing a single mana steel ingot, ready to receive mana. Okay, picking up any items will halt the infusion process. Okay, so what was it? What was it? It was throw in mana steel or anything to make terra steel. Was it one of each again? Mana steel's complex alloy amount, blah, 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 blah. Checkable pattern, living rock. Yeah, mana would need to be provided. This block sparks would be the most effective way. Well, we'll try a spark in a minute. After the plate is set up, ready to receive mana, yeah, tossing a single mana steel ingot, mana diamond, and mana pearl on top of it will begin the fusion. Okay, so 1 mana steel, 1 mana diamond, and 1 mana pearl will start the infusion. Okay, do I have a spreader spare? No, I don't have a spreader spare. Okay, I've got diamonds though. Where's my diamonds? Not on the front page. Diamonds. Okay, so we'll get a couple of those. And what was the other thing? Pearl. Yeah, mana pearl. Oh, we'll get a stack of those as well. Okay, let's quickly make those up. Well, I've been using this one up for that to create these kind of things that I need. Let's throw all them in there. Thank you. 16. 16. Okay. I ran out of mana for it. Okay, let's do it in one of these up here then. Do I want to do it on... I'll do it on this spare one here. There we go. Alright, so I've got plenty of everything now. Plenty of everything to do the job. Okay, I need to put some mana towards it, so I need another mana spreader. Did I have a spare one in here? I know I've got a spare one somewhere. Ah, there it is. There it is. Okay, so we'll spread some mana to it this way. Is that going to work? Is it doing it? Can I select that and tap that? Is it going to do anything? Doesn't look like it's trying, or is it receiving mana? Don't know if it's receiving mana or not. Let's see if I put one of each of these on. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me drop stuff on there. Okay, so we've got one of those, one of those, one of those. Is anything going to happen? Nothing's happening there. I don't think it can focus through it like that, can it? Maybe I need to take it down one. But also, maybe this spark will do the job. Let's take that spark. I think the spark is too far away, to be honest. But let's try it out. Spark. Spark it up. Sparky. Spark from there to there. No. No. Nil point. Okay, nil point to me. Let's try it. Let's try putting this on top of it. And then set it to be at that. Now is it doing it? Pop the spark back. Says the spark's going to be the best way to do it, but I still don't understand those sparks. I'll have to mess around with them some more later on. Lots more in a Druid's Tale. Oh, it's doing stuff. It's doing stuff. That's it. That's better. We just needed the mana to be heading directly at the plate itself. So now it should start doing glowy things. So it's all set up right. That's cool. That's cool to know. I don't know whether I want to keep it out of the ground as such on the top there, or whether I want to set it down one. I think I want to set it down. Yeah, I want to set it down into the clay floor so that it looks a bit better. And that's the only occasional use, so I just need to have it so that it can feed there occasionally. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, well, I don't know how long this will take, but it'll turn into a mana steel when it's done. Apparently. Apparently, it'll turn into terra steel when it's done. Apparently. So, I'll make a terra steel. I'm going to do this to make a suit of terra steel armor at some point, but for right now, I just need that one piece of terra steel so I can make a portal to the elf realm. This is supposed to take half a mana pool. Can you see that? The spreader's just nowhere near fast enough to do a whole half a mana pool. But the sparks do really speed things up. I mean, when we started this episode, these were both near enough full. the mana spreader has been beaming it at it for ages. And I just popped a spark so close by that I don't know if you can see. Well, it was spreading to that spark as it was needed, which meant that it just used this up so much faster. So much faster. It was awesome. Okay, so next up, I've got to use this one piece of Terra Steel, which uses 500,000 mana to create. That's quite a lot, I tell you. That is quite a lot. And then I've got to make this portal piece, which is living wood all the way around that Terra Steel ingot. Okay, so I can make that. And then the other little bits and pieces aren't too hard. Oh, what? I need another piece of Terra Steel for that. Okay, I best get that set up going as well. And then I've got mana pylons, which should be easy enough to make. Yep, more crafting, and I'll be back. Well, we're kind of back where we left off. Kind of. Only I've had to change things around a little bit and switch over to something that I've been neglecting. I've been making all this sand, but I had turned this off. So it wasn't receiving any power for these things that are supposed to be getting me Yellurium. These guys over here were the only ones that were potentially getting me Yellurium. And the big reactor, the main big reactor's run out of Yellurium. Fortunately, I've got quite a big stash in the power to be able to give this stuff power quickly. But I figured that I would do a bit of a quick upgrade over here to try and get more Yellurium out of this sand, because I'm producing a lot of sand here, and so that sand gets put directly into this lot over here. And now with the fortune upgrades and the speed upgrades, hopefully I'll get the Yellurium dust that I need. Now, I'd already got an automated system for Yellurium dust. Oh, and the AE system's got a big backup energy supply now, so I wasn't worried too much about it running out. I'm glad I noticed it, though. I actually came over here. I logged in, right? The chunks started loading, and a mob. I could see the mobs, but I couldn't see the mob farm. So the chunks hadn't loaded properly, but the mobs had loaded up. And then a zombie glitched out before this whole thing appeared. So I think I know where all these mobs have been coming from that I've been finding. When the chunk unloads and reloads, the mobs load in first, and then they sort of fall out. And then the chunk loads in around them, and then they get pushed out, and then they come for a wander. And that's what they've been doing, wandering around trying to find me. I've got this going at the minute because I had a lot of mobs in there again. They just keep building up in here. Just let them die, please. Let them die. Should block them off. Should go down a different route, really. But, yeah. It all seems to be still working properly. It's just... Well, if I didn't need the LP, then I probably wouldn't be doing it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be running it because I don't need it for anything else other than LP to keep the network in order. But we're okay for a bit. So, yeah, everything's shut down. There's Enderman over there. Die, Mr. Enderman. Thank you. I didn't even have to say much there. Yeah, so this is how it looks when it's empty of Yellurium. And it's got this little bit of fuel in. And that's it. And so this hasn't received anything going on for a little while. It's got steam, but no power going to it. It's stopped because of this water overflowing. Vent closed. I did that so that this would stop doing it as well, and blah 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 blah. Need some more Yellurium. So I checked out what we were doing the other episode where we sorted out this laser, and the chest was full, so I've put a Tesseract there, so now everything goes straight into the Tesseract and beams down into the system where it's connected to an interface from the Applied Logistics system. And I found that we do have a good amount of Yellurium. So what I'm going to do is process it by the best means I can. Cinnabar is actually the best means to process it. Putting it into an induction smelter with Cinnabar is the best, but getting Cinnabar is a bit awkward. So I don't fancy going through the rigmarole of getting that. I'm just going to increase the amount of Yellurium I should be getting. So what I want to do is put that up to like 10. There we go, that's it. So Yellurium from the AE system are now coming to here, and I've got myself a little transfer node and a little transfer pipe, and that should go into there, okay? And then I can set this to receive from the top as well. So now the pulverizer will make double dust out of the yellurium, and then that should automatically kick into gear. Yes, it does. As soon as the yellurium dust comes in, it goes into there. So when I'm sieving yellurium dust, or I'm pulverizing ore to make the dust, it all comes in here and makes the ingots pretty fast, and then goes to the various points around the place. One of the points I haven't set up is down here, if I can ever get down here again. One of the points that I've set up here was this. So this should be exporting yellurium ingots into this and that, but I turned it off, I think. Did I turn it off? It requires low, ignore status, big reactor items. Yeah? No, I'll put it back in. So it must still be working. What? Oh, I don't know. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got time for pizza, though. Got time for pizza. So now my yellurium should be getting sorted a little bit better. Yeah, it keeps coming into there. There we go. Look. Yeah, yellurium's getting sorted out. All the ore's gone into the pulverizer. Any new ores that come in will go into the pulverizer. Any more dust will go straight into the furnace. And we should be good over here, having all of that working. I should finish those beacons off at some point as well, shouldn't I? Never got round to it. Okay, so this should be big reactor item set frequency export, and that should be going into there. But it's probably going to everywhere else first. Yeah, everywhere else first. That power's gone now, and those will be getting rid of all the power. Okay, well, it's fine. It's all good. Let's get back over here. Let's see what I've done over here. Alrighty, so we've got the whole elven portal is assembled. The glimmering living wood is just glowstone added to living wood, and then we've got this elven gateway, which was the terra steel. We've done all that, got all that set up, and we've got some full mana pools now as well. Well, this one's nearly full, but I've had that beaming down to here for a little while. And I also emptied this pool out into it using a spreader as well. So I had a spreader set up from here to there, and from there, which is the other side, to there, filling this up, and I had a spreader filling that one up, which is why that one's fuller than that one. Fuller. And then I right-click that, and woo, woo, woo. Would be better if they had a sound effect. You can't go through the elven portal to anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere, which I think is a shame. Vazkey, get on it. Come on. It's been at least a year now of having this portal that goes nowhere. You just throw items through it. But it does look exceedingly cool, doesn't it? It does actually cost a lot more than it used to. I mean, it used to cost... well, I used to do Terra Steel, not on that thing there. That's new since the last time I played with it. It used to do it on beacons over there. It used to make it on a beacon with some mana nearby and stuff like that. But that's all done now. That's all set up. So now we go through the Lexica Botania. The Lexica Botania has this Elfomancy thing, right? The portal to Elfhome, which we've just been looking at, right? All of that stuff is in this one tab. Now, I think I just throw this in. And then a little while later it pops out. And it should be an updated version. 191 edition. Wow. And now it's the Elven Guard. Or, yeah, Elven Guard. That's what they call it. Yep. Greetings. We noticed that our portal was opened via a link from another world. It is rather shocking news indeed. We thank you very much for providing us with the repository of the knowledge from your world. As to keep us up to date to what happened since we left it. It's been a while since then. It's good to see it doing well. After some discussion with the High Council of the Elven Guard, we have decided to cooperate with you. You see, reading through your Lexica Botania has shown us a good amount of resources from your world that we would be extremely keen as to get our hands on, as these are non-existent in our lands. The link you have managed to establish is rather weak, so no living beings will be able to go through, as you already know. However, there's a positive side to this. The link strikes the fabric of time of both our worlds in a way that it doesn't keep it in sync. That's the reason why you received your book back so quickly. When it comes to the mana and other magical energies, we are plenty stocked on them, so worry not about the portal closing on our end. Let's put this in perspective. In order for the advance of both our civilizations, we vow to accept a given set of resources from your world we lack in ours, in exchange for resources you lack in yours. We have taken the liberty of assigning our best scribes to put together a great set of knowledge from our world we're willing to share. You can find it in your lexicon, just as you would find the knowledge from yours. We hope you find it enlightening, and it will encourage you to invest in our materials. Last but not least, do keep in mind that if you decide to send something we have not vouched for in trade, we will assume it as a gift and keep it for ourselves. Just as a forewarning, we look forward to exchanging resources with you. Best regards, the High Council of Elvengard. Awesome. And now we've got the message from Elvengard, which I just read. We've got resources and elven lore, rituals, and all these kind of things now in green that have been added to the book since then, which is awesome. The resources, we get Dreamwood, Elementium, Pixie Dust, and Dragon Stones. And Dreamwood is throwing living wood through and getting Dreamwood back. Yes, similar to it. We get decorative blocks and other miscellaneous recipes. That can also make a Dreamwood Twig. That's a new one on me. That's cool. And then we can send 2 Mana Steel through, and we get an Elementium. I remember once throwing 1 through and wondering why I didn't get 1 back. And then I threw another one through, and it came back, and I thought there was a glitch. And I complained to Vazki. Yes, I complained to Vazki that it wasn't a 1-for-1, and it wasn't coming through, and something was broken. And he said, well, did you put 2 through? It's 2-for-1. I was like, oh. Oh, yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, I remember that day. We get Mana Pearls for Pixie Dust. Awesome. We get Mana Diamonds for Dragon Stones. Awesome. And there's all sorts of reasons to do that. We get Elven Quartz instead of Nether Quartz. These are all material components. Mana Glass for Elf Glass. Yeah. And now we've got Dreaming Drones for Elfheim Drones. Interesting. Okay, then. And the Ritual of Gaia and all that kind of stuff, I don't think we actually need to do, but it's cool all the same. So now that's expanded that one. These should have nothing in them. That's got Elven Mana Spreaders, Mana Prisms, Paint Slinger Lenses, Spark, Augmentation. That's cool. Warp Lenses. Just extra bits of things like new flowers and things. One of the new flowers I'm hoping to find in here was one of the ones that I needed to make. The Ore Child. Here we go. This was the whole reason for making this portal, right? To complete a quest that required me to make an Ore Child. Orchid. An orchid. Yes, that's right. I said it right this time. The ores that generated from the orchid are random, and they turn basically stone blocks into ore using mana. And it requires Sloth, Pride, and a load of other things, including a Pixie Dust. Sloth and Pride, are they the 2 that I already had? I've got Water, Fire, Earth, Air, Mana, Greed, and Sloth. So I've got the Sloth already. That's cool enough. I've got the Sloth already. I just need to set up my runic altar and make the other runes for it. So I need a rune of Pride, and then all the petals and bits to make the Ore Child. I will get right on with it. The Pixie Dust, though, let's see. That was just an Ender Pearl, a Mana Pearl, wasn't it? Oop, the lag. Mana Pearl. There we go. Let's get some Mana Pearls. Let's do 3 Mana Pearls and pop them through. We should get Pixie Dust straight back through. Ping. Ping. Why, thank you, lovely elves. Love you lots. Thanks a lot. Love you a long time. Okay, so there we got the Pixie Dust. Okay, well, I will assemble what is required of this particular build, and then we'll have one more quest completed in the book. Let's have a look in here again. Let's see what we've got up to now. Botanical engineering. Here we go. Yeah, orchard is there. I need to make one orchid. I keep saying orchid. And then I've got to make a flower fan as well. That's not too hard. And brewing and power. Elven mana spreader. I've got to make one of those as well. Another reason I needed the portal open was to unlock the knowledge to make the elven mana spreader. And then the botanical brewing and stuff. I should be able to knock all these things up, cross off a few quests, and hopefully have time to play around with some of the new stuff. Man, this thing's going overboard. Because I've been doing all this stuff for Botania and researching and stuff. Look at all this. Look at it all. So I just turned it off. I just tapped this so that it will stop sending the Essentia over there to stop spawning them. Let me out of it. Let me out of it. It's already got a backlog of essence in here. And a backlog of those guys in there. But they are dying still. I think these are... Yeah, these are working fine. They can't get any more essence out of them. Yeah. Well, the mob essence, I'm going to have to find another way of using mob essence, I guess. Figure something out. Maybe just put a little books thing going through it just to waste it all. But that big ender tank that we had, wow, it's gone. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, we've just got this last little bit of work to do. The botanical brewing and the vial of revitalization. Now, I did the orchard, and I've done the daffodil, and I've done the elven spreader. They were fairly easy to do, and I believe this last one's fairly easy to do as well. But just on the off chance, vial of mending, vial of revitalization 4, that says. That is the one it wanted. Okay, so I only have to make the brew stand itself, which is that. Mana steel, a brew stand, and some living rock. Okay, mana steel I've got out here. Have I got enough? Yes, I have still got plenty. So I'm going to need 9 of them. Yep, going to need some living rock. I need 6 of them. And I'm going to need a rune of mana. There we go. That daffodil cost me a rune of air, surprisingly, and a load of other bits and pieces. But I think... Hey, it's already giving me... It's already showing me what I've researched. Okay. But I think it's going to kind of blow things. I don't know. It's full. It's full. But... where it blows, how it blows, I don't know. Do some research on that. Once I've made things and messed around with it for a bit, I will figure out where these things are going to be coming in handy. The orchard, I don't know if I'm going to use the orchard or make anything of it in this particular scenario, but it is another nice way if you want to go more Botania than anything else in the way you do your AG2. I'm trying to remember this now. What spreader? Did I want? No, I didn't want the spreader in there, did I? That. There we go. And what was the other thing that I'm missing? The brew stand. Oh yeah, brew stand. Okay, brew stand. There. Let's quickly do that then. Okay, throw that in, and then. Oh, actually, I should be able to get it there, shouldn't I? Brewing stand there. Dang. Dip. There we go. Quests completed. Claim the reward. It's a flask of restoration. Awesome. Claim some of that. Get some more terra steel, which is nice. Claim this. Get another orchard and some living rock. Awesome. Gain the flower fan and get another daffodil. Awesome. Is that Botania completed? Botanical engineering completed. Oh, well. I think that's it for this episode, folks. Whew. I'm going to go and start recording a vlog now. I know. If I could show shock and surprise on this face of mine, then I would show it to you right now, because I wasn't planning on doing a vlog, but then Minecon came up, and I thought it'd be rude not to. So here it is. Man, this vlogging seems strange. This vlogging's a bit weird. Vlogs, man. Vlogs. What am I doing? Why am I doing a vlog? Why? Should start with now then. Maybe you'll understand who I am. But I keep wanting to look at the screen over there. I keep wanting to try and position it so that the light from the camera is not just sort of slap bang on my forehead, because I'm starting to
balled out a little bit. Trying to position the camera to make it so that you've got a nice little bit of scenery behind me. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it. This is my Minecon vlog. Giving it a go. Who knows how it's going to turn out. If you're there, I'll see you there. I'll try and catch you at some sites. And what else can I say? It's a vlog. And I don't know why I'm doing it. But I'm doing it because it's Minecon. Minecon 2015, London. Here I come.
Well, thank you very much for watching another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. I'll be seeing you after Minecon for some more to finish up this beautiful, beautiful mod pack and create my perfect island in the sky. See you later, guys. Bye.